All right, guys, well, I'm back today with another interesting upper assembly review from Primary Weapon Systems. A lot of times I'll start the videos by saying high value and budget. Well, this one's definitely a high value, but it is nowhere near budget. The MSRP on this Primary Weapon System MK116 Pro is a little over $1,400. Now, Optics Planet has them on sale for as low as about $950-ish, but you'll have to go on their mobile website. Optics Planet sent this out to the channel for us to try out, and I'm really glad they did. We'll talk about all those specs and features, but I did want to address a couple of things. One, they've created a code 704 TAC for 5% off your Optics Planet order on any primary weapon system upper assembly, and in fact a lot of the upper assemblies they sell. And the other thing is there's two different price variations. If you go online and look this up on a desktop computer or a laptop, you're going to see the price of $13.49. When you go on mobile, you're going to see the price of $9.50. I have no idea why that is, and a lot of the guys I work with at Optics Planet don't know why that is. I believe it's above their pay grade, but definitely check out both the desktop and mobile prices on everything you buy from Optics Planet's website, and you'll be able to save yourself some money occasionally on one of those options. So now let's talk about the specs and features of this upper assembly. The first thing I want to discuss is this is a full 16-inch long stroke gas piston upper assembly. And if you're unfamiliar, in a general standard gas impingement upper assembly, the gas flows down the barrel after it's fired. The round expels out. A lot of the hot gases go up a tube and blow those hot gases back on a bolt carrier group. That goes into a cup and into a gas key, and that pushes the bolt back and cycles the action. Well, an inherent problem with that is a lot of hot gases and debris go into your operating system, making it foul up and clog up a little bit quicker than a piston system. In a piston system, the gases go down the barrel like normal into a gas block or gas regulator, and this particular one is adjustable. That means the gases hit a piston and a solid rod actually moves, hits a flat spot on the BCG, shoves it backwards and cycles the actions, and then the rest of the gases vent out the top of the gas block. Now this one is adjustable for a few different settings, allowing you to completely turn off the gas or mitigate the gas for suppressor operation, and that's why a lot of people recommend piston gas blocks or piston gas systems for suppressor operation. So if you're putting a suppressor on here, you can adjust the gas setting down so the piston doesn't hit quite as hard because there's a lot more back pressure and a lot more gas buildup when you're using a suppressor. So that's one of the first reasons why I would suggest getting a gas piston upper, especially a primary weapon system one, is they work really well with suppressors. So if you have a 5.56 or 308 suppressor and you want to put it on an AR-15, this is a great upper assembly option, and it's really easy to get to this adjustable gas block. As you can see here, you can either adjust it from the side or you can use this spot right here with the tool they include in the box. And primary weapon systems make some of the most, how do I put this? It's ergonomic, it's designed well, and the user interface with the customer is pretty darn awesome. When you consider you can just pop right up here and adjust that, no issues whatsoever, that's a pretty slick option, and they know what they're doing. It's got just a small cutout in the top of this monolithic rail big section. Now, I've been running a lot of Callaway Ballistics 223 ammo in this upper assembly, and it's been functioning great. And this is actually a 223 wound chambered upper assembly rather than a 5.56. Now, a 223 wound chamber can handle the pressures of a 5.56 just fine, but it's got the chamber tolerances of a 223 to make it a little bit more accurate. So I wanted to try a wide variety of ammunition. It ran steel case just fine. It ran a ton of this Callaway Ballistics ammo just fine. And then it ran basic 5.56 ammo just fine. And then I actually have an about 11.8 inch primary weapons systems upper assembly that ran all of that fine as well. So I have now two data points for PWS systems, and both of them work great with every single ammo I put through them, and that's also a testament to the adjustable gas block and piston system that they're using in their designs. Also, if you want to save some money on Callaway Ballistics, you can use the code 704TACTICAL for free shipping on ammo orders over $200, and that'll save yourself some money. So you do have some added benefits over a direct gas impingement system. Again, you're not dumping hot gases back into the bolt carrier group area. It's adjustable for a wide variety of ammo, and it works really well suppressed. Not only that, when you are suppressing it, a lot of those hot gases aren't just being shoved back into the BCG into your face. It keeps them out here, which makes it even better for them to be suppressed. So I highly recommend something like this if you're going to be getting a suppressor. Now, this particular upper assembly, again, has this very long and very elegant rail system. Again, it's got the slight cutout where you need it, but it doesn't have a ton of bells and whistles. It's got M-LOK attachments all the way up at the front and back, and about the only thing I'm going to complain about is it doesn't have a spot for a QD attachment. Now, this is rather frustrating because a lot of high-end rail systems, and even some I just reviewed from Optics Planet on Aero Precision, do have QDs built in, but that's really not too big of a deal because you can buy the M-LOK attachments that have the QD slots built in, and you can literally put it wherever you want, and that's probably what they're thinking. Most people are going to put them exactly where they want anyway. They're only like 20 bucks to add, so not a big deal, but just a little complaint I have. Now, the rail systems lock up rock solid with no issues whatsoever, and they chamfer all the edges really nicely, and the anodization is pretty slick, and it matches with the upper assembly perfectly. Now, the rail system stops just short of the end of the barrel, allowing you to get a wrench up here and take this off and throw on your direct thread suppressor or any muzzle attachment you want, so that works out well. Now, moving along to the upper assembly itself, it's a little bit larger, it's a little bit beefier, but it's got a cutout for that bolt hold open and bolt release, which is pretty slick. It also comes with an ambidextrous charging handle that works out incredibly well. I mean, this is a really nice and smooth operating upper. That's one of the things I want to discuss. When you pick this up, it's ultra buttery smooth and everything works out great. Now, this one doesn't have a forward assist because, again, it's a billet and it's slightly larger, and it just really is beefy. It's tough, it's solid, and it works. It does have a shell deflector built in and a standard dust cover, but no forward assist. But I've never found that I really needed one on an AR unless I'm doing some crazy torture test where I get a ton of gunk in the action. And honestly, I've found that it's best to drop the mag, rack out everything, and put it back in and kind of clear that gummy stuff out of there and get it back into the fight. But that's just my personal opinion. You know, it's kind of up to you whether you guys feel like you need a forward assist or not. That debate will rage on for years and years. But in summary, it's a solid option. It's a great option. And I'm really glad Optics Planet sent this one out for us to try. Again, I've been trying a couple of these, the PWS primary weapons systems upper assemblies lately, and I've been a big fan, and I'm a really big fan of this one. I think you will be too, but it's one of those things. Do you want to spend the $950-ish on something like this? I feel like it's worth it, especially you have a suppressor, but that's a decision that you'll have to make. I just want to tell you guys about how my experiences with it and how I liked it down at the range. I definitely recommend it, but it's kind of up to you whether you want to drop that cash or not. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.